Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm here to give you guys a reading today. Please make sure you're familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself and responsible for yourself and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. Today, I'm going to be reading the collective energy of everybody coming into the chat and everybody in my collective, okay? I'm going to try to keep this reading kind of short. All right, so now we're going to do the prayer. So I ask that the Most High God and the Holy Spirit and the archangels please block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for everything on this paper to come into existence. I also ask that the Most High God continue to order our steps when dealing with anything in the psychic or the spiritual realm. As I call upon your favor, heavenly source, I ask that you would please reveal the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to me and my collective. And as I call upon your personal favor, I would ask that you give me the full armor of God for protection during my life's work and mission here on the earth. I'm eternally grateful and thankful for your favor, heavenly source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers. I thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Okay, so we're going to use the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot to start off. Go ahead and cut the deck. And let's see what we got. Hi, welcome in, Sharon. I'm doing good. I hope that you guys are having a good day. Happy Sunday, fun day. Look at this, the dreamer, beginning, believing, and protected. So if you were in question, you are protected at this time. Your dreams are also protected. So maybe in the past, somebody was trying to get into the dream state. Spirit wants you to know that they're no longer able to do this. So you guys are going to have peaceful dreams. Oh, I love German Shepherds. They're like some of the smartest dogs. Give your dog a hug and a pet for me. I love animals. So yeah, also Spirit's telling you guys to believe in your protection and to know that it's real, to know that God is really watching over you and that your angels are there for you. I'm feeling, this angel has been with you since you were a child, just like that little baby right there. So you've been being guided your entire lives. All right. So the Nine of Air, this is kind of like the Nine of Swords. There is somebody okay, first of all, this person targets you when you're asleep. So they're sitting up right now. This person cannot sleep. They feel sick from playing around your energy. They have negativity, worry, and sleeplessness because when you're sleeping and dreaming, this person is trying to astral project and get into your dream state. The fact that your dream state is protected and that these people are not getting to it, they're definitely suffering for that, which makes sense in every type of way that they would suffer for that. Silly, silly, silly people. A Four of Fire. This picture always reminds me of Twister. Prosperity, contentment, and celebration. So you're over here playing Twister, just living your life, meeting up with people that have your best interests at heart. You're entering into prosperous connections. This person wanted to see what was coming into your life. They feel sad and ashamed. They also feel like they've lost something major. Well, they did. They lost you. The Nine of Fire, protection, preparedness, resilience. I am not kidding. From a child to an adult, you are always protected by the angelic realm. You've always been protected. It was this person's delusion that you weren't. I mean, why somebody would think you're not protected at night? God created night and day. It's like what part? There's no part of God's creation that's not going to protect you. This person's probably the only thing that has it out for you. The Four of Air, meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. Yeah, so you're over here chilling out, relaxing, being in the sun, allowing yourself to connect with the universe and connect with the earth. And I love that. Also, by meditating, you're actually recuperating your energy and it's throwing this person off. This person that wants in, it's throwing them. I mean, this is like literally, let me in, like type energy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Okay, they were doing this. Look at this Queen of Water. They were doing this because you're loving, giving, and a psychic. Literally. They thought that you were psychics and people that have spiritual gifts are not an easy way. I'm not for sure why people think that, but like somebody that has a superpower, yeah, they're not an easy way. So again, you could give psychic advice to others, or you could just be following your own psychic advice. Every time you follow your own advice and listen to yourself, this other person suffers. They're not able to do whatever it is they set out to do against you. Yeah, because King of Fire, you have this inspirational, charismatic, innovative energy that's new, that this world hasn't seen before. There's nobody like you. You may think, oh, I'm just ordinary, but you're really not. The disguise that God put you in makes you seem ordinary, but that's just to protect you. You know, God's been with you this entire journey and is helping you awaken these psychic abilities, because some of them could stem from the dream state. And that's why these people were trying to block your dreams or intercept them, because they know that they don't get any downloads. They don't have any psychic powers. They're not special. Yeah, Queen of Earth, gracious, practical, and capable. This is what these people are looking for, so that they want to see what it is that they can disturb in your stability. I mean, that's literally it, because they feel like if they can mess with your abilities, then you won't see them for who they are. You've already seen this person for who they are. That's why they're suffering right now. It's because God's seen them and you've seen them. And between you and God, I mean, the archangels also have seen this person behave recklessly and ridiculously because you have abilities. Yeah, this Two of Water love offer that's coming from the universe and coming from a masculine or a feminine energy, this partnership, commitment, and reconciliation. Like, this person wanted to reconcile with you, but you're actually having a reconciliation with the spiritual realm. And so I'm feeling like the spiritual realm is partnering up with you to get these messages to the right people, and to get these other people that are in the way out of the way, because they need to move. They need to move over and let you just sit in your destiny and let you fulfill what God has you here to do. Because these people trying to incessantly mess with you and block you, it's not made you sick. It didn't affect your dreams. It affected theirs. You are nothing to play with. Look at this. Three of Earth, talent, recognition, and collaboration. These people, you're collaborating with the angels. Literally. These people have a problem with that because they don't have a connection to angels. This is the type of person that goes, well, I don't have gifts. I don't have a connection. I don't have answers. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm doing a reading for everybody today. So this person is basically operating on, I don't have this, I don't have that. Okay, well, maybe this person should start focusing on what they do have. And if they were grateful for what they did have, like this person has children, this Nine of Air person has children, but they don't take care of their children. They neglect their children to stay up all night and stalk and harass you in the dream state, literally, because you have a talent that they'll never hold. Yeah, the cries. This person's sitting over here literally crying over spilt milk. I mean, when I say there's nothing that can be done about your spiritual abilities and your superpower, there is nothing that can be done. And there's no other person on this planet that can do anything to you. And so they're in disappointment, regret, and they want forgiveness. I would forgive this person because it's not healthy to hold on to grudges, but never allow them back in your life. Look at this. Four of Earth. I've never seen this card before. It's got the number 44 on it. So 44, or like right there, 44 or 444, maybe one of your numbers. This is interesting. This talks about frugalness, extravagance, and control. This person is just looking at what you're doing. Like, you could be having a platform or even doing help. You could be using your abilities to help other people. This person is living a frugal life, which means they waste shit. This person is very wasteful. They're living out of their means and extravagance, and they want control and domination over your abilities because they see you making some type of money. This person needs to grow the fuck up and just move on. Like, this person needs to find something that they're good at doing and stop trying to copy you. Yeah, the 5 of fire. This person tried to bring you conflicts, annoyances, and competition. How in the hell is this person going to compete with you for a man or for anything? Like, how are they going to compete with you when they don't have the abilities that you have? Make it make sense. This person can't compete where they don't compare. And even in the dream state, this person can't even dream up anything, you know. So yeah, conflicts, annoyances, competition. Wow. Christine, the best thing that I would do is start praying over your father, start praying for your father, including him in your prayers. And then, you know, make sure you're communicating with him to see if he's happy with the relationship. And I would literally, I don't trust this person. Oh, she knows that your dad has forget. Yeah, I would pray for him. That's the best thing you can do, because you can't really go up in his house and start saging and removing whatever this person is attached. But I feel like whoever this girlfriend is making this your father's forgetfulness much worse. It's much worse. It's like they're actually causing some type of destruction. And I feel like they're there to take advantage of him. So yeah, when you got somebody like that and you got a situation like that, that's something that's way too big. It's just way too big even for me. I would have to pray about it. Pray for your father and say that prayer that God, if there's anybody in my father's life or, you know, reality that means him harm or wants to steal from him or anything like that, all the stuff you suspect, please show them to me in a dream. Because the first card today was the dreamer, which means you guys are getting your downloads. There was somebody that was trying to block these downloads so that you guys would not receive the information on time. Like, it's like basically trying to prolong the inevitable. The inevitable is that you've got somebody that wants to use your father for their resources, which is not okay, because the whole part of legacy should be given to the children, because it's a legacy. It's generational wealth. It should be given to your children, not to the spouse, unless it's a specific situation. Like, so are some exclusions to that. Okay. If this person, it would be different if this person was really in love with your father and stuff like that, but I don't pick that energy up. Ace of Water, emotions, relationships, intuition. Look at that. As we're talking about it, look at that. Emotions, relationships, and intuition. So yeah, hopefully he wakes up and sees what she's doing and doesn't forget that he's had the revelation. But yeah, literally, you guys continue to use your intuition, because it's keeping you safe. The more that you use your gifts, the more that these people are going to fall away from trying to intercede on that. These people are not gifted, and I don't mean to be rude, but they just don't have anything inside of them that shows me that these people could do what you do. Look, the 10 of fire, they're overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. When you guys are dealing with people who are imbalanced, you have to understand that whatever their imbalance is, if it's they're impoverished, they don't have enough money, if they don't have enough of whatever, them trying to bring that shit to you or trying to use you to balance, whoa, that's too many cards, use you to balance out their energy, that's alchemy. That's like basically using somebody else to balance their energy. That's not okay. That's the same thing as pretty much psychic vampirism or energy vampirism. The Page of Water. Look at this. This person's got a codfish. They don't have anything to offer you. Just straight up. They don't. It says sensitive, open-hearted, and intuitive. So this person could feel like you're sensitive, open-hearted, and intuitive, and you are, literally. 6 of air just tried to pop out, which is the relief. This is somebody's sails going out. So this is relief, hope, and moving on. So you guys are going to move on from this situation. And this person, I would just leave them wherever they're at. They can't come along with you anyways. Like, they really can't. And it's not meant for them to follow you on your journey. This is your journey. So you could do something online, or you could just have people that are freaking weirdos that literally want to follow you everywhere. That's what you're seeing. Alchemy, psychic energy, vampire, which they did not, work for it. That's exactly it. They didn't work for it, and they're not part of a legacy, and they're not in, it would be one thing if they were actually in love with your father. You know what I'm saying? But I don't pick that energy up. The 10 of Earth, prosperity, security, tradition. Look at this. Look at that. That elderly man sitting there with that dog. So again, following tradition, I feel like, as long as you pray about it, God will start working on it. But it's going to definitely shift to where maybe this person, I seriously am picking up on whoever's looking over your father, that in this realm, whoever this person is, I'm picking up on some type of work they've done on him. So if he didn't have memory problems till this person came around, then you really need to be suspicious of them. Renewal. Look at this. Renewal. This is your guys' energy. You guys are going to be renewed. It talks about reflection, self-evaluation, and rebirth. And not like literally a rebirth, but you are going through, and a phoenix rising is what I would call it. The phoenix rising from the ashes. These people tried to bury you. They're overstressed and overextended. The 8 of Earth, education, focus, and details. This is because what you do accurately. This is a renewal, a revamping of your work. And these people that were able to affect you in the past, they're not going to be able to affect you. The person who is cutting his hair. Okay. Yeah, I would pray over anything that's been put into motion and anything that's been triggered. Confirmation, where that sound was coming from. But yeah. The 6 of Earth, charity, generosity, and windfall. So you guys could be coming into this charitable energy where people are going to be very giving to you. This could be getting donations. This could be just somebody that's very giving to you. You may end up inheriting something, or you guys could be left down something, or it could literally come as a windfall. But that, for you, that's justice, because somebody tried to block you. The 9 of Earth, this is you guys being in your later years, having luxury. It's your justice to be content, to have luxury, and to be independent. That's part of your justice. These people had no right trying to throw their stress and imbalanced energy onto you. They had no right doing that. God did not approve of anything this person has ever tried to do. The 6 of Waters, memories, childhood, nostalgia. Yeah. You guys are in this energy. You guys will be in this energy. Literally, I see a happy future for you guys. You guys will be in this happy energy. And, you'll have something to leave your children and your family. Yeah, just be aware of these snakes. This person, they got real snake vibes. Ace of Air, inspiration, communication, and adjustments. Yeah. So just be aware that when you come into this windfall, don't tell people, because they're going to have a lot to say about it. And then everybody's going to come to you wanting to borrow shit. But when you needed help, these people would not lift a finger, were unable to be located, all of that. You have a strength that is unmatched. Just remember when you needed help and how these people were not there for you when you needed help, because it's going to be easier to tell them no. Because I feel like you guys could be people pleasers and you want to make everybody happy, but there are certain things that you just can't allow to be done. The 7 of Air, awareness, caution, and consequences. These people there are consequences for their behavior. Didn't their parent not tell them what goes around comes around? The thing is that you guys continue to create positivity and good relationships with others, and you do good works. This person sits around literally stalking, harassing, hovering. I mean, they've got some type of monitoring spirit with them. And they're always crying over spilled milk, which is crying over shit that you can't do nothing to change. That's what that is. The Five of Earth, lack, worry, assistance. These people are going to be waiting around for you guys to be in this energy of lack, worry, and wanting assistance. And then they're going to come in and snake you then. That's what they're thinking. You're never going to be in a desperate ass energy enough to accept this person back into your life. It's just not going to happen. You're in the Nine of Water, getting your wishes, dreams, and happiness. And we started this with dreams, but this is just reiteration that these people are not able to affect you any longer while you sleep. And whatever they were using with their mental instability and their mental disease, how they were trying to alchemize your energy, it's a hell no. The angels are like not putting up with that. Yeah, you guys are creating balance. This person tried to use your soul to balance their energy, and it was making your soul sick. And so you could have had some type of mental disorder or condition for a minute, and now it's going away. This talks about compromise, self-control, and moderation. Now it feels like it's going away. And these people, and because these people were banking on the fact that you would be imbalanced in some type of way. I don't care how much they steal. God's going to always replenish what is yours. The 10 of Air, endings, recovery, and freedom. So this is actually a positive thing. These endings, you know, you're going to be recovering your finances, recovering your energy, recovering your youth. See how this angel's holding the time, whatever capsule thing, whatever those are called. You've got time, you know, things are ending, but they're also beginning. Every time something ends, something else begins. This is a beautiful journey for you guys. Yeah, this Five of Airs, these people are going to be sitting around waiting for, you know, waiting. They made mistakes, melodrama, and reassessment. They're going to be sitting around waiting for this like lack, worry, and for you to need assistance. And that's what, when they feel like they're going to come in, there's never going to be a day where you voice to social media or in person to anybody that you need assistance, because your assistance comes from God and the Holy Spirit and the angels. These people, let me ask what crystal. Yeah, I would probably wear black obsidian or black tourmaline for protection from this person. And then selenite, of course, because you want the selenite clears the energy that the other crystals pick up and it recharges it. So selenite looks like this, but it can come in many different forms. And the other two crystals that I mentioned are black. They're almost indistinguishable from one another, but yeah, if you go to a crystal shop or you go online, you'll see what I'm talking about. You may even want to give a crystal to your father. I would definitely. Yes, absolutely. They have those in bracelet form as well. Yeah. And they've got them probably in rings also. So yeah, this ending that's occurring for these people, I mean, I feel like they are experiencing loss. Yeah, because you're still in this Queen of Air energy, which means you're brilliant, you're humorous, you're experienced. You guys know when to give in and when not to give in. And so that's what keeps you balanced, you know, having this temperance within you. These people are like trying to play life like some type of, these people are playing chess while you're playing. These people are trying to play checkers while you are playing chess, is what I meant to say. Look at this. See that they make the tower card so positive. It says transformation. So yeah, not all towers are bad, but this is a life change that these people are going through. They're experiencing in a tower, and they're also experiencing the Nine of Swords really, really heavy. And so they're not going to be able to blame you for being successful, because it's not your fault that you're gifted, beautiful, and awesome. Page of Earth. Yeah. That you study, prepared, and are cheerful. You guys have studied many different things that is going to give you the important messages of how, like everything that you study about spirituality, about chakras, it's all for you to help yourself so that, you know, you can work with God. It's just having an energetic system to match the physical. The Knight of Earth, organized, responsible, and supportive. So yeah, people are going to be supporting you, especially in this season. because you coming into your destiny is the best thing that could have happened for everybody alive and everybody dead. The Page of Air, truthful, analytical, and outspoken. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. When you pick up on shit, go ahead and say it, because it's not like you're just getting these messages from nothing. You are actually getting messages from God. So yeah, when you feel called to help somebody or called to speak out on something, just do it, because you don't know whose life you could be saving. You could literally, by saying something to somebody, you could literally be saving their life, you know? The Three of Air, sorrow, forgiveness, and healing. These people are suffering. This person, see how she's crying? They're in sorrow because they're in the tower. If God didn't bring them a tower, they would not be sorry for trying to ruin your life and steal your abilities and copycat you and replace you and just get you out of the way. It's only because they're losing that they're upset. Yeah, this luck, progress, change the wheel. You are ending a cycle with this person. The wheel is spinning in your favor, and they're going to have to just grow up and deal with it. The Eight of Air, speed, activity, multitasking. You guys are also multitaskers, which means you can do one thing while doing another. These people feel like you're slow or something. I disagree. You're like light years away from this person when it comes to your spiritual evolution. The Two of Earth, balance, prioritization, and playfulness. You still know how to have fun, and that youthful, eternal child energy is what's going to keep you young, and it's going to keep you vibrant and keep you interested in your life path. The Moon, intuition, illusion, and revelation. So yeah, you may literally have a revelation up under the moon. You know, that's the energy that these people were using to try to hack your dreams. Is there anything else that needs to come out? Oh yeah, you guys are the star. You guys are absolutely the star. Inspiration, fulfillment, and faith. You know, and then I also get that you guys are like a counselor to help. You guys are a counselor to help animals and other people release burdens. The Seven of Earth, investment, assessment, and patience. Yeah, you guys are over here being patient with this energy, and I love that, because patience is probably one of the greatest virtues. What I just say about you guys being a wise counselor, I'm not even joking. I literally just said that. Belonging, learning, traditions. You're a wise counsel. These people listen to, you know, whatever books they read. They really read books and then go try to create shit in the physical world, and it doesn't work. Doesn't work in the way they want. You are going to be in the Three of Water with celebration, community, and friendships, because being a wise counselor is going to bring your soul tribe to you. Being of help, being of assistance, being able to deliver messages, or just to even if it's painting a painting, whatever you're doing, it's helping the greater good. And so you're always going to get good karma for that, which means every time that these people try to attack you, it only ends up hitting them, because you have done so much good that it keeps you out of the water. The Empress, creation, abundance, and action. Look at that child being nurtured by that angel. I literally feel like you had angels surrounding you as a child because of, you know, your humongous mission here. You're dealing with somebody that was stuck in their ego. They're basically like a caged bird. Their mind has them stuck. They're in illusion, delusion, dependency, and materialism. This person sends you a lot of evil eye and a lot of hate. You could literally have been getting hate messages. It's this person under fake accounts. Yeah, release. You're releasing your attachment to the situation, which means endings, transformation, and freedom. This person you're releasing them into God's hands. I can feel it. You're like, okay, I'll just give it to God. Because you can't do anything about somebody that's stuck in their ego. If they don't want to wake up, then that's on them, you know. The Knight of Fire, confident, passionate, and adventurous. Yeah, you continue on your merry little way. Oops, one of the cards fell on the ground. Continue on your merry little way. The King of Water, compassionate, understanding, and trustworthy. You're trustworthy. Trust. Your words are trusted. Where'd it go? Your words are trusted, and your intuition is trusted. And so that's something that people cannot take away from you. Jesus. That's definitely something that nobody can take away from you. And you have to forgive people that are stuck in their ego. This other person is stuck in the matrix. You know, they want this love offer that's coming your way. I really feel like somebody wants your person, relationships, emotions, and choices. You know, you're dealing with somebody that's extremely jealous and envious. So I probably won't stay in this energy for very long because their energy is low vibrational. Damn. Yeah, you're over here with the King of Earth. This person that you're drawing in or that you already have is prosperous, generous, and successful, a very giving person, somebody who's also kind-hearted. You're over here with being in the energy of the magician, which is manifestation, empowerment, and preparedness. I feel like you're always ready for some jealous bitch to come up and try to do something stupid. And that readiness is what has prepared you for this jealous bitch to come up and try to do some shit like underneath the moon or whatever. The high priestess, like exactly what I was saying. You're already ready and you're so intuitive, wisdom, and patient, you know. Oh my gosh. Wow. Seraphim were waking you at 3 a.m. when you were 15 years old. That is wild. That is wild. The 7 of fire, challenge, determination, and resistance. So, yeah, these people may want to challenge your authority. It's only because they don't have the same skill set as you. If they could see who you were in the spirit, they would not attempt to do this. These people would have walked away. And especially if they knew the abilities that you hold, because you haven't even tapped into all of your gifts yet. This 4 of water, this distraction, self-absorption, discontentment, that's their energy. That's what they keep trying to project to you, but that belongs to them. I mean, it's literally not your energy. So anytime you have that energy being sent to you, just remember, yeah, this is not my energy. I don't have to accept it into my field, and I don't have to do anything other than say, God, they're sending the energy again. The Knight of Air, intellectual, determined, and motivated. So you're motivated to actually protect yourself, and that's what's kicking this person out of your energy and keeping them away from you. You're the King of Air, very knowledgeable, objective, and respected. People respect your advice, and they respect the wisdom that your soul carries. Because you're the sun, success, recognition, and enthusiasm. People are enthusiastic when they see you show up because that you're basically kind of like what I do. I literally bring hope and restore hope and passion and love back to the world. That you're doing the same thing, because there's a lot of people that would just give up, but then they come across your energy and they choose not to for whatever reason. You know what I mean? The 6 of fire, success, recognition, and self-esteem. Yeah, your self-esteem is booming because you're awesome. I always want you guys to have high self-esteem. The more that you love yourself and the better you feel about yourself, the less this type of energy will ever be able to affect you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, these people need you to be the same vibration of being ungrateful fuckheads. Sorry, but these people are ingrates. They need you to be in that energy and you don't resonate there. That's just definitely not where your normalcy is at. You look at this angel holding the world. You're literally hugging the world, bringing this world love that it hasn't had in millions of years, billions of years. You're bringing a new love to this planet, accomplishment, celebration, and completion. This is definitely about you completing your goals and becoming the emperor or being with the emperor. But either way, the emperor is somebody who's got leadership, authority, structure, organization, and they're also in control of their own emotions, where maybe this person was able to get you out of your character before by trying to tamper with your shadow. I feel like you've done so much shadow work that, you know, your shadow is definitely integrated. They can't play on any insecurity that you have or anything like that. And these people literally were just playing games with you anyways. The 7 of water, choices or over analyzing and procrastination. These people feel like if they offer you, there's that 444 again. They feel like if they offer you a lot of choices that you're going to, no, you're going forward on your path. You're not accepting whatever the hell is in any of these cups because we don't know. Yes, yeah, you don't want their low energy, and these people need to figure it out and learn. They definitely do. But, you know, you can only teach them by leading by example. The Chariot, willpower, victory, recognition. Yeah, you will be recognized and you will have a victory over them. These people were foolish to think that they were going to be able to stop you or even infiltrate you in any type of way. Because the Page of Fire, you're extremely creative, enthusiastic, and motivated. And this motivation that keeps you working on yourself is something that these people don't have. They don't have the ambition. Oh, welcome. Yes, you can definitely communicate with your higher self. Yeah, they don't have the ambition and they don't have the power that's needed to really take your place. You know what I'm saying? The Eight of Water, searching, empowerment, fulfillment. These people are searching, and you're here to help them find the answers to what they're searching for, but you are not, like, them thinking that you're the answer, you're the way. No, it's always going to be these people in their own lives, you know, that are going to be the answer to their problems. You're not the answer to this person's problems. That's where people get shit messed up, is they don't understand that you've been in hermit mode so many times throughout your life that you can stand on your own. That's why these people's weak advantage, like, you're dealing with people that have to have others around them 24/7 because they're afraid of something. What are they afraid of? Maybe their own karma coming back to hit them. I don't really know. But yeah, this Ace of Fire, this is definitely, yeah, you can absolutely connect and talk with your higher self, you know, like, that's why I'm always telling you guys to use a pendulum or use muscle testing, develop a yes and no answer system that you can ask your higher self and get an answer back right away, because that's how connected you guys are. It's not possible for anybody to disconnect you from your higher self. Like, that's like saying, oh, I can take your soul away. What the fuck? No, nobody can do that. Opportunity, creativity, and action. You guys take action when the divine leads you to, and that's why you continue to succeed. This Knight of Water, romantic, emotional, dramatic energy. Somebody wants you to have some type of out in the open love drama. I don't know where that's coming from, but that person's delusional. So they're just discontented with their own destiny because their life is boring. But like I said, just how this picture is, if this person would clean their damn house and work on themselves, their life would get better, because demons don't like clean places. Demons like mess and dirt and shit like that. Like, legitimately, they really do. And so, yeah, these people are vibrating in the realm of the demonic, and they want to be looked at as an angel, as a savior, as somebody that's really important. I bet that this person dreamed their whole life that they were a superhero or something. And then they come across you who actually has superhero powers, and they're like, well, how can I be that? Well, you can't, because that's not part of your destiny. That's part of this person's destiny. And then other people get confused about who the fuck they are. Like, literally, they think, okay, well, they were given that, so I can have that. No, if you didn't come with it into this lifetime as a gift, you cannot just obtain superpowers randomly. And there's no amount, there's no drug, there's no substance, there's no person, there's nothing other than the Most High God that I've ever come across that can give you superpowers. Okay. So again, we can always become more spiritual and tap into our higher senses and stuff like that. But as far as gaining the power that you hold within, that comes from comes from lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Yeah. So, you know, when you connect with your higher self, you don't need protection because you're in a high vibration. So yeah. Yeah. If anything tries to interfere, it won't be able to. It won't be able to have the effect. But all right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I hope that this helped you, and I hope that it gives you some more guidance on how to move forward. Yeah, when you're talking with your higher self, start by getting yes and no answers. What I did, how I learned how to do it, was through this book called The Truth of God by Michael Stedman. And this is something that you can get online. You can get it through Amazon or whatever. Anyways, this book saved my life. It basically helped me develop. Well, it's got multiple techniques that are extremely useful. First of all, it's got a mind technique, where you're basically doing this technique and it gets rid of thoughts and beliefs. And then there's the God technique, and that helps you connect with the Most High God, basically, and integrate that. And then it has another technique that's called the joy versus anger technique. And that technique helps you develop that yes and no answering system, basically, with your higher self. So that's what I use, and that's what I still use every day. So yeah. Oh, you also get movie clips from your guardians too? Wow, that's awesome, you guys. Yeah, anytime you get movie clips, there's always, anytime you guys have visions, it's so that you follow up those visions. I'll get things, I'll hear things that I don't know what the heck they are, and then I'll go and I'll type in on Google and say, "What is this?" And then it'll make so much sense to me. So always make sure that you guys are double checking your information and asking your higher self, using some type of system to navigate you through life, right? So that you're not just making random decisions and then life gets really chaotic. When you can make the correct decisions, the best decisions, life becomes fun, and you're not only in control of it, but you're basically creating a better tomorrow and a better day after that and a better day after that. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I'm giving you air hug and all the support that you need. Okay. Peace be with you. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, peace be with you. You guys have a wonderful day. Happy Sunday, fun day. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.